Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Sunday, February 4th, 2024, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Now Mind You podcast. Bow, 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 bow. This is episode 100 Combat, and we are your hosts. I'm TJ.
I'm Matt.
I'm Bryce.
As far as announcements go, might as well do it here too because, Rocky Combat Sports. We got to give a shout out to our boy Carl Weathers. First and foremost, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
We mentioned
Rest
this in
in
the
peace.
manga episode, but we're going to mention it here too. If you're listening to this podcast, there is no doubt that you have watched, if not the entirety of the Rocky franchise, extending into
And
the
if you
Creed
haven't, fuck
movies.
wrong with you.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah, you right. I'm sorry.
well, we've
Get
seen,
in.
but you've at least seen one of them. And even if you haven't seen them, you've seen social media. You know what an impact the character of Apollo Creed, who is actually based on Muhammad Ali. Stallone had witnessed an Ali fight and wrote Apollo Creed based on him. But you know the impact that the character of Apollo Creed has had on entertainment and combat sports. So rest in peace, Carl Weathers. Fellas, I'll kick it over to you.
Yeah, man. I just want to say rest in peace, Carl Weathers, as well. One of the first heroes I witnessed die on camera. I thought that shit was crazy. It hurt
Oh
because
my God.
I watched, no, for real. That was like my first experience, other than like, I guess,
No, I'm
like,
not joking. I was like thinking back about it too.
yeah,
I'm like, throw
man.
the damn towel. And it's just like he
Bro,
looked at
first
him
of
and
all,
shook his head, like,
he shook
live
my
by the
head, bro.
sword, die
Hey,
by the sword.
me and my brother, we joke about that shit sometime. Like, but like also, like, we say it jokingly, like when somebody getting smoked and be like throwing the damn towel. But like also, those movies had a huge impact. Rocky never got in better shape than when he was rocking with the black dudes with
This
Carl
is
Weathers in
true.
them in the third one. Even though he wasted their time, he learned all that movement and used none of it. But it was a cool training montage. At any rate, rest in peace, Carl Weathers. We appreciated you in Mandalorian. We appreciated you in the Predator. We appreciated you in the Rocky series, and your legacy lived on even to the point we gave you a spinoff with the son of your posthumous character. So
Hmm.
R.I.P. Carl Weathers, man. And he was a skin in Mortal Kombat.
I
Really?
never.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was in Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah,
Mm,
because they did a Predator pack because Predator was in the game, and
mm,
he's a skin for Jax as Carl Weathers.
mm.
Um.
Bryce,
Are dead or never dead until they are forgotten.
Mm.
And I don't think Carl Weather is ever going to be forgotten.
Well, thank you guys. With that, what do we have for today? We have, well, Matt's going to take us through Benn versus Dobson for the boxing event that took place last night. Then we'll go into UFC Vegas 85, aka UFC Fight Night Dolidze versus Imavov. And we got a topic of the week for y'all after, of course, we talk about our favorite fight, but we got a topic of the week for y'all. Five athletes that are on your do not fuck with list. Honorable mentions are okay. With that, Matt, take it away.
all right, so we're gonna start out with uh the Destroyer Connor Benn versus Pistol Pete Peter Dobson. Coming into this fight, Peter Dobson was undefeated, 16-0, and this is Connor Benn's first fight in America against an American opponent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Um, Connor Benn, clearly, if I'm saying in America, an American opponent, not from here. Um, obviously, right? Um, but Conor Nigel Benn, he's a British professional boxer. This fight that he was having was supposed to be at 147, but I guess they did like a catch weight of 150, or maybe the fight was just at 150. And yeah, man, this was his first bout against an American opponent on American soil. He had actually just had his first fight in America back in September of last year against Rodolfo Orozco.
Mm.
That was in Orlando when he had a 10-round unanimous decision. And this being his second fight on American soil, this time against undefeated Peter Dobson. Coming into this fight, Conor Benn was 22-0 with 14 knockouts and 8 decisions. coming into this
Shit.
fight on Peter Dobson. Yeah, the destroyer, shit. Um, Pistol Pete on the other end is coming in 16-0. Had like doesn't have a lot of TKO finishes, but well, it does have a lot of flat out KO finishes. He has more like TKO finishes. He's more or less Peter Dobson is a guy that's gonna chop you down over time.
Mm-hmm.
So coming into this fight, obviously with Conor Benn being the more known fighter, having more of the resume, the expectation is Conor Benn's pretty much gonna go come in here and steamroll Peter Dobson. And surprisingly, that was not the case. Oh, I'm sorry. I damn near forgot to give his record. 16-0 with 9 KOs. He has
Damn.
yeah. So, and he was coming, obviously undefeated. He was coming off of a unanimous decision. But this was going to be his first 12-round fight. The longest fight he had ever been in. He had a 10-round fight. He'd won that as well. So we knew that he could at least go 12. But he doesn't really have, I mean, we knew he could at least go 10,
Mm-hmm.
but he doesn't have any finishes really in his career past the 5th round. So with that, Conor Benn comes out hot in that first round, like he typically does. And he even said in the post-fight press conference, which surprisingly I actually listened to this time because I don't really do those no more. But at any rate, he was saying he always likes to start out, hot in that first round because he
Yeah.
figures, shit, if I can get you out of there in the first round, why not? And
Right.
then if he don't, then all right, well, I guess we'll just fight. But shout out to him and his stamina, knowing that he can go full-fledged, like 100% on the gas for a whole 3-minute round and be like, well, I guess that didn't work. 11 rounds it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit, to me, when he said that shit, I was like, that shit is crazy. But
What's that
okay.
training room like where you have that type of stamina?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'll just burn a round off. Sure. All right.
More power to you, bro.
Um, Past the 3rd round, this fight got really competitive.
Mm.
Dobson proved to have, man, shit. He had a chin, he had everything. He didn't even put this guy down. And I'm talking, I saw Conor Benn get full hip rotation, like perfectly textbook ripping through this guy with some of these right hands and some of these left hands and stuff that he was landing even late in the fight. And I mean, he didn't even so much is like buckle this guy's knees. He would eat the punch, like, obviously, and he was kind of riding some of the shots as well. So I'm not gonna, not to downplay him, but I'm not saying this guy's just straight eating punches. But sometimes if you don't got enough time to get out the way of that shit, you just gotta go with it.
Yeah.
And there was some shots he did just get hit clean, like got his head turned, and he just turned right around. Was like, cool, keep fighting. It was nuts. It was really insane to see. But like I said, going past that 3rd round, he started to be a little more competitive. Conor Benn's an extremely explosive guy. There's not a lot of feeler with this guy. Everything he does is 100%. And John Dobson's not John Dobson. I'm thinking of the fighter,
The
the
magician.
UFC guy. Yeah, Peter Dobson isn't really that style of fighter. He fights mostly out of that Philly shell. So Pistol Pete being because of how he likes to shoot off the jab and also a little bit of his accuracy. This guy was more of a fighter that picks his shots. And to a degree, I could see how some people felt like this fight could be like a pick 'em fight, or they might have felt that Conor Benn didn't win. I actually do. I feel like Conor Benn did win. I feel like the fight was more competitive than people expected.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that says more about John Dobson. I mean, not John. See, I said it again. It says more about Peter Dobson to me than I think it does about Conor. And then, he also has allegations and things like that, and the belief that he was on steroids, and that since that time, he hasn't had that spectacular knockout. But again, I don't want that to downplay the performance Peter Dobson had out there. And I mean, listen, if you get your first loss as well in your professional career, you got it on a really big stage against a name, and you were competitive. Because see, that's the thing, right? Like the one thing I will say the one thing I will say is that when Peter Dobson was landing some of his shots, I can think at least of one time specifically, because I got it in my notes. I have my notes kind of like bullet points, so I'm not like just reading the shit off. But I did note that like midway through the 5th round, he really did visibly hurt Connor. Like he won that round. Like he was kind of beating him up a little bit after he kind of, he landed because he just waits for his shot. And I mean, he was feeding Connor Benn that right hand in this 5th round, like just kept hitting him with it. And I mean, he was hitting him clean and he was very visibly hurting him. And good for Conor Benn. He maintained his composure, and he's not like a grabber. He's
Yeah.
kind of one of those guys that, like, when he gets hit, he just starts moving his head. He's not like a hug type of guy. And I think some of that was part of the strategy for Peter Dobson as well, was if he could close that distance, try to smother Conor Benn and not allow him to use that explosiveness. And I think that worked for him for a decent amount of the time within the fight, but ultimately Conor Benn did get the decision. It was a unanimous decision win. The crowd was not all entirely in favor of that, but it was like a mixture. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't an overall boo situation. There's no losers in a competitive fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are losers. That's stupid.
No, but we know what you mean.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say
one's
is
stock
like,
is going down
in this fight, exactly. Exactly. Nobody's stock went down. Conor Ben's, I think, for sure did, just because, the law, not knocking this guy out.
The law.
And he was getting he was getting called out by like some other pros after, and they were, like what's my boy's name? Devin Haney was saying that when somebody asked what happened to Conor Ben's power, Devin Haney said he left it in the needle.
Ooh.
And I was like, ouch. That does not feel great. Yeah, man, it was crazy, but honestly, it was a competitive fight. That's really, I'll leave it at that. It was a competitive fight. Definitely was a fun fight to watch this weekend for sure. If you didn't catch it, but with that, we can hop over to the UFC, and to that end, all right, TJ, I'm brave. I think I got this.
I got you. I got your
We
back.
had UFC fight night, Dolidze versus Imavov.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
He did it.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. The second bout of the main card, we're all gonna fuck those names up. But go on.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't gonna try it. That definitely was you.
Hey, hold on.
Hey, the reason I rushed us into recording it was so we wouldn't talk out the order. We ain't talk out the order because there's some names on this list tonight, boy. Hey, it was some names on that card last.
Hey, we just gonna do it live. We just gonna do it live.
It was some names on this motherfucker, boy. God damn. So the heist of the century.
Seriously.
So our opening bout, we had Gilbert Urbina versus
Chuck Buffalo.
Yeah, we just gonna say Chuck Buffalo because I can't say that last name. Charles Radke.
Radke, yeah. You got it, bro.
Right. We had Gilbert Urbina versus Charles Radke. Now, I'm gonna say two things. One, the freaky fast finish shit is very disrespectful.
That's so disrespectful.
I never paid attention to it until either one of the two of y'all brought it up. I think it was Bryce.
Yeah.
And like getting stopped crazy in the first round and then being like, that was a freaky fast finish presented by Jimmy John.
It's disrespectful.
So wild, G. This so wild. Damn, I'm part of marketing.
Family.
you getting slept was part of marketing. That's nuts.
Oh,
somebody came up with that idea.
I'm never eating Jimmy John's after that shit. I'm
definitely pressed about that shit.
Fuck turkey tops.
Damn. So the second thing I'm gonna say is you can't judge a book by its cover, but in this instance, I definitely did. Hey, Charles Radke looked like something out of fucking comic book. And let me explain something to y'all. The instant that bell rung, I was like, oh, he about to win. There was no question. His approach was very methodical. He came in weaving and shit. Nah, bro. He had Gilbert Urbina on his back foot the whole time. He
Yeah.
dropped him crazy.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice. He dropped him crazy that first time, bent him back, bro.
I
I
was
thought it was
like,
done.
me too.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
like, hey,
Like I said, his
ref.
legs ain't supposed to bend like that, bro. All that nigga tendons just got relaxed. But some kind of way he got up. And then Charles Racky was like, damn, that's crazy.
I
The
got
exact
another one.
same shot.
Yeah,
Drops him with it again. And that time the ref was like, yeah, that's wild, bro. Like, because see, here's what's wilder about that. When he hit him with the hook the first time, it bent him backwards. He hit him with the hook the second time, it bent him forward.
bro,
Like
he hit him with that first time. I shouted. My wife was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I just saw a murder."
man's soul. A man lost something. A man is no one. Yeah, man. Charles Racky, he took that one first round. Damn, I was so excited. I didn't even cover where this fight was. This fight was at welterweight. This fight was at welterweight, but this was at a UFC's welterweight, not boxing welterweight, which is 170. Yeah. So this was at 170. Yeah, man, it's not a lot of numbers to go over. And with that, I will pass it to whoever wants it, or we can get into the next fight.
I'll bite that bullet because me trying to pronounce the names is going to be longer than the actual fight.
Y'all funny.
At middleweight.
Woo! That's the easiest thing you finna say. Middleweight, the easiest words you about to say.
Oh man. All right. I don't want any smoke. I'm gonna do my best. Jesus.
The second one is way easier.
Yeah, but the first one, bro, I ain't never seen consonants laid out like this.
Oh shit.
I heard them pronounce it. I always try to pay attention to how they pronounce it on screen, but even they were just like, hey.
We got
Aliaskab.
Yep.
Hizriev.
Oof.
And then we had
that hurt. That hurt my head.
Mahmoud Muradov.
That broke my tooth.
Russia versus Uzbekistan. Believe it or not, like on paper, this would have been a high.
It's hella consonants. Oh, I mean.
Took my glasses off my face.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to say that out loud.
We can't get past the names, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot. But like on paper, this was a scrap to look forward to because you look at Mahmoud Muradov's like highlights, like that dude likes to fight and he hits with everything. It's like he's carrying all of Uzbekistan in his fist. I don't know how else to describe him. Then, Khizriev, Russia. That's all I'm gonna say. Russia. And he was the favorite too to win, but unfortunately, very, very like 10 seconds into the fight, we get a nasty eye poke situation. And it's always weird with eye pokes because until I see the replay, it doesn't look like it was as bad as it was because there's a delay reaction, right? Like it happens, you see the fist kind of make contact with the face, they go for a little bit, now all of a sudden the fighter's like, my eye! Like they just fucking like grab their face and then they just go fetal with it, and then you see the replay and it was a nasty one.
Hey, like you think they overreact, and then you see the replay and be like, this is an underreaction.
Yeah,
like his entire hand is in your eye. That's insane.
Right. It's entire. And then come to find out, it's like the cornea definitely got scratched. That's actually happened to me. That shit is not fun. You cannot open your eye.
Get the pistol.
Like you literally cannot. You're trying to open your eye, but the muscles and your eyelids are spasming. Like anytime you try, and your eyes are just constantly watering. It's not fun at all. But it was ruled could not continue. I think rightfully so. More than likely we'll probably get a reschedule of this bout. That's typically what happens. But bet money is going to be personal for Muradov. I mean, accidents happen, but still, bro, eye pokes. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody got anything else they want to say on this one? before I pass it over to you, Bryce.
Like no cap, this shit was 11 seconds. That was
Yeah.
fucking freaky fast finish shit.
Oh my god.
All
Cool.
right.
Nah, but they didn't show the Jimmy John's commercial, did they? They didn't show that. That's not edible. That's not good for Jimmy John's.
Oh my god.
It's not edible. It's
Freaky
crazy.
fast foul.
Freaky fast foul. Oh yeah, for real.
Shit.
Uh,
You know what he would really enjoy right now? A goddamn
sandwich.
Jimmy John's sandwich. Like, nah,
For real. Wouldn't we all?
wrong with y'all?
Hey, low key, I was living off of Jimmy John's for a while in college. But that's neither here nor there.
Great. I love Jimmy John's. I like Jimmy John's. I like Jersey Mike's, but I don't like Jimmy John's doing this commercial shit.
That's fair.
I ain't never. If somebody gets
This
Jimmy
jumping
John's,
is presented by Jersey Mike's.
This jumping is presented by Jersey Mike's.
Fight back. Fight back.
Oh my god. Oh.
This disqualification is brought to you
By Domino.
by Domino's.
Oh.
It's brought to
Have a
you.
bad night when you got pizza.
All right, Bryce. Take us
Somebody
into the
broke their
next
arm?
one. Oh god.
Somebody broke their arm, baby.
Bryce,
Please
take us
stop.
into the next one, dog.
All right. The next fight, women's
Oh my
flyweight battle
god.
between Vivian Araujo and Natalia Silva. You know I like my numbers, okay? So Natalia Silva won via decision.
Out of Hujo, my bad, Bryce. That's the only one that I definitely know. Because I've heard them say that name so many times.
It's Araujo?
Out of Hujo.
Out of Hujo. Okay, out of Hujo. Vivian out of Hujo versus Natalia Silva. Natalia won via decision. Y'all know I like my numbers. So Natalia, her total strikes was 65 out of 157. Vivian's was 63 out of 110. Significant strikes. Natalia had 38 out of 128, and Vivian had 26 out of 67. Vivian had 1 out of 9 takedowns. Natalia had 0 out of 1 takedown attempt. So, from the look of this fight, it just looked like Vivian was kind of more so on it's like a cat and mouse game. Vivian tried to get her Natalia, and she did get her in the grapple at times, but she wasn't really able to do anything with it. Meanwhile, Natalia just being quick on her feet, just popping out those kicks, catching Vivian here and there, catching her with a couple of ones and twos and a couple hooks.
Hey, once she got those spinning kicks off, I was like, yeah, it's not looking good for Viviani.
I think it was a good plan. It was a good plan. Oh, my bad. Yeah, it was a good plan on Natalia's side because I feel like she could not just stand up with Viviani. She needed to move the fuck around. And rightfully so. She got the job done. It was a very good showing. I don't think Viviani looked bad though. I just think it was one of them cases where she can't track her down. I think they said it in the beginning of the fight. Natalia is somebody with a Taekwondo background, and Viviani has a Muay Thai background.
Yeah.
So, that Muay Thai is just going to have you a little bit stationary, have you a little bit open to kind of take a couple hits here and there and just kind of push through. While Viviani just came through with just a little bit lighter on the feet, and that made a big difference.
That lateral movement, man, that lateral footwork was crazy.
Yeah.
It was like watching Wonder Boy or now that he's like kind of calmed down, he's more methodical, like a Michel Pereira.
Pereira.
The lateral footwork was just and then
Udo in that fight with Mighty Mouse,
Natalia Silva just fucking killed. She hit her with the mink. She dropped her in round 2.
Was it the second round?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. And that was a surprise. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So she was getting it in. But shit, TJ, I'll pass it to you, man.
Other than what you said and what I just said, I got nothing more to add. Like, good on. Well, I will say this. I remember, I think Matt and I talked about this last week because, like, usually, unfortunately, sometimes like the better looking fighters aren't always the best fighters. But I was completely wrong in this case. I judged the book by its cover, and I ate crow. I will take that L. good for Natalia Silva. That was a very dominant showing for her, in all honesty. I'll pass it over to Matt.
Yeah, man. I thought it was just a smooth fight for her. Her movement was great. Footwork was great. If you, man, you got good footwork, you damn near halfway there for me. So I thought she had a good performance. I thought it was dope. Good for her as well. Uh, Going into our next fight, we got I was damn near finna call this nigga TJ. We got Randy Brown
Damn, what? Hey.
versus Muslim Salikov, just because he tall as shit. Like that's literally all. No, literally no other reason. Just because he tall as hell. But I know you also hate him because he's 6'3".
Yeah, he can cut down to fucking
170.
170, man. What the fuck? Anyway,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not bitter. Go on.
So we got Randy Brown, 6'3", 170, going against Muslim Salikov,
King of Kung Fu.
the king. Let me help you understand. This the king of Kung Fu. Kung Fu.
Gangs.
Standing at 5'11". I'm not gonna lie to you. This fight went exactly how I thought it was gonna go.
Masterclass of distance management.
That's all it was for as long as it lasted. Because what happened in this fight, Bryce?
Shit.
This time it was a one-hitter quitter.
It was a one-hitter quitter. Jimmy, brought to you by Jimmy Johns.
The fucking freaky fast finish. The step back right hand that we've seen work so many times for so many fighters was the end of the story for Muslim Salikov.
When I saw it happen, I was like, I know he didn't just stick him.
Yep.
Like I've seen people. That was a stick. That wasn't a punch.
That he got dropped was insane.
And I mean, he was out. It was like, oh, he sleep. The ref was like, yeah, let me get in here right quick. Watch out, Randy.
Yeah, not before Randy got a hammer fist in though. Like
he got one. He got one because he walked down on him like Randy was looking at him after he dropped him like he owed him money. Like he had spit on his mom. I was like, Randy,
New York.
Yeah, bro. Randy, I felt like I was kind of seeing the Khalil force kind of starting to swell up within his body.
It's growing, it's spreading. Help us all.
I said, what's going on with this guy?
I feel like Jimmy Johns is behind this shit.
Yeah. Just double jab. Yeah.
Yeah.
The referee was like, yeah, I think from his angle, the referee didn't know if he was like sleep, but that shit was crazy. I like rewatched it on YouTube, like the cage side angle of it, like that clearly was off somebody's phone. Woo, woo,
yeah,
not ideal. Yeah, there's a bad night at work. I pass it to you, TJ.
Spink, spoinkle. That's all I got to say. And then the fucking post fight, I didn't realize how New York Randy Brown was until I heard that post fight, because he was like, "Oh yeah, man, it was mad crazy." You know, he's like, "Mess with the real ones." Like, I gotta like that for all the haters. I was like, "Yo, they could have given him a pair of Timbs."
Jamaica Queens, baby, what you want?
Like, Queens in the building.
Just yeah.
That's Jamaica Queens through. That's 50 Cent. You better be careful, bro. Man.
He's like, I don't want no smoke.
How we do. Make a moves.
I'm pass it to you, Bryce, if you have anything you want to add.
I ain't got shit else to add, fam. I told you what I thought. He got sticked.
Yeah.
Sticked. That wasn't even fair. I want to give y'all the fight data, but fam, it ain't really much. Clearly Randy had the better significant strikes. Shit, he had one that just ended it. So one knockdown. That's what it says.
The one that mattered, huh?
Yeah, there's only the one.
13 out of 46 total strikes, 13 out of 46 significant strikes. Nigga hit him 13 times, and the 13th was got him.
Imagine you hit somebody so hard it gets counted as a takedown. That's crazy.
Shit. That's that New York. That New York Kung Fu shit, man.
It's
That's that Wu-Tang shit.
that fight, Def Jam fight for New York.
Exactly. He's a fucking creative character from Def Jam. That's why he's here. Yeah. Shall I go into the next one?
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Go into our.
These name pronunciations are getting
Oh,
easier. I will say that.
Let's get into our co-main.
Co-main lightweight fight. Renato Moicano versus Drew Dober.
Renato Moicano.
Bryce went American as hell. I respect it though.
Yeah, it was still smooth. I'll give you that.
Renato Moicano versus Drew Dober. Wow, this is crazy. I knew
what part? Pre the fight or the post fight?
We're gonna talk about the post.
Two different crazies.
Let's get the post fight out the way.
Two different crazies, Bryce.
Damn. He said, "Let's get the post fight out the way."
Let's just get this shit out the way.
I need y'all to understand that before we address this, Bryce. I need y'all to understand the scale of what has to be crazy for Bryce really matters because he doesn't think there's anything wrong with the stuff that we've seen. Bryce was Mitchell.
Yeah.
He sees no flaw in this guy. So for Bryce to call somebody's post crazy means something.
Bruh, okay. Renato won 142 out of 177 total strikes. 23 out of 42 significant strikes, 3 out of 6 takedowns. Drew Dober, 36 out of 73 total strikes, 25 out of 59 significant strikes, 1 out of 2 takedowns. Yeah, Renato, just great strategy. Trying to keep away from Drew Dober's power. I believe he had the length. I'm more than positive he had the length advantage, and he just took full advantage of that, just popping Drew Dober when he could, and then of course coming in with the takedowns, which were beautiful. He definitely won the first round. The second round you could argue because Drew Dober did counter his takedown, and then
fucking lateral drop was insane.
Was insane. And of course he came back with the goddamn third round. So yes, Renato won. Was a clear victory via decision. Let's get into it. Who want to start? We talk about this goddamn press conference interview. Who want to start?
Bro, what? Just like what? Like unprompted. You guys ever watch like a Tracy Morgan interview?
Yeah.
And like it's like it's not an interview, it's just Tracy Morgan being Tracy Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that post fight was like, but just insane. Like I don't need.
Bruh, let me tell you something.
Please.
Let me say this. I don't care. I've said some wild shit. But to say that I'm gonna go home and get somebody pregnant after my dad's 65 and he just had a baby. Hey, I'm gonna go home and get my wife pregnant.
That's like so weird.
That's
like
so wild.
Like what?
Let them live, bro.
And what? Then the transition to like, yo, I love America. I want to be a cop and
so
take
I can kill bad guys.
Like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? Are you okay?
Hey, you definitely drug test this man right now.
What the fuck? And then he plugged his YouTube channel like 8 times. Like, what is happening?
I don't understand like what is happening with this dude. Like every time he starts talking, I'm afraid, and I don't like.
I'm
afraid what he gonna say, bro. Remember we was talking shit about just being on the card. It's like, man, this ain't no fucking pay-per-view. This shit dumb as hell. Like, why the fuck are we at this fucking arena? It's like, bro, you the co-main. Why the fuck are you saying that? You fucking with your money. What are you doing? Bruh, this motherfucker is unhinged, dude. I felt I was scared with it. He said, I'm like, bro, like this motherfucker might be a little racist. I don't know.
That's what, bro. That's where my mind was like, hey, that dude, that
say, where you going?
Combat fighter, fucking conspiracy theory Venn diagram can sometimes be a circle.
Yeah.
That's why I was hella concerned watching this.
This
And that,
dude scared me because half his neck is tattooed, and I feel like that's how he wanted half of it.
bro, all I'm saying is like I couldn't be DC in that scenario. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could be this man maintained his composure the whole time. Was like, hey, congrats to your pops, dipped out. I was like, what? Like, but
Oh,
Matt, you got anything else you want to say about
no, his dad is 65. He just had a baby, bro.
Nah,
What is
man.
that?
That fight was crazy though.
It was
yeah,
crazy.
let's get on the fight.
That fight was crazy. Drew Dober is not human. Um, damn man, man, just stop playing with Nato Moicano, man, because he's like the dark horse of that division. He really has been a problem down there for a while. He just like doesn't win that big one, but he's still dangerous, man. Just that's all I really got to say about that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add this. If Drew Dober didn't try to do that lateral drop in the third round, I think we would be looking at a different winner. Like, I think Drew would have probably finished him. Because remember, was it round 3 or round 2 where he actually dropped Moicano and made him do a desperation takedown?
I think that was round 2.
Yeah. Drew Dober's
clocked the shit out of him.
Fists are a force to be reckoned with. Bro, they didn't even waste time in the first round. Yeah. Like, Drew Dober was giving him that work, and then Renato Moicano was like, you know what? Actually, I want to grapple you because you got melatonin in your fist, and I don't want to take a nap right now.
Moicano said, fuck Jimmy Johns. I can't blame him.
You ain't turning me into no freaky fast finish. He's like, fuck that. Grapple.
Not today.
Like, Jimmy Johns ain't getting no more money out of me. I'm already a member. Thank you very much.
Sponsor my YouTube channel. Anyway.
Well, TJ, take us into our main event.
All right, main event, we had Roman Dolidze versus Nassourdine Imavov.
And it was.
Oh, wow.
Dude. This was a middleweight bout. Kind of a cursed main event, low key, because there were some fouls. Yeah. There was some blatant fouls and also some gaming of the system and also some beef. Look, Extreme Couture and Nassourdine Imavov, these niggas don't get along. Chris really? Curtis was talking mad trash to like when the foul. I'm jumping too far ahead, but this is what I'll say. I think personally, even with the foul, I think it was actually a dominant performance for Nassourdine Imavov. I see why it was a majority if you take the point removal into consideration, but like Roman Dolidze just didn't really have an answer for Imavov's excellent striking and strategy. Like, bro, Nassourdine fucking straight up threw a jump, damn near threw a gazelle punch at Roman Dolidze at the start of, was it round 3 or round 4? And Dolidze just took that shit like it was just an outclassing. Even in the and here's the thing too that's wild. It's like I guess this speaks to how strong Nassourdine is. We've seen Roman Dolidze just straight up ragdoll and blitz people before, like dominate them off of strength, right? And Nassourdine said, "Man, that's crazy." Anyway, I'm North African descent. Deal with this, like it's just because Bryce, like I mean. You guys saw, right, on the fence exchanges, Roman Dolidze was doing his very best, like his hardest to try to grapple this nigga to the ground, and this nigga said, that's crazy, reversal. Yeah, he just said no. Anytime Roman Dolidze was like, all right, let me get a knee bar right quick, Nassourdine Imavov was like, how are you going to get a knee bar when you ain't got my knee, player? Like, just slid his fucking leg out. Yeah, like, I don't feel like Roman Dolidze tried to get this nigga in a toe hold, basically the devil's ankle lock. And Nassourdine Imavov said, you know what? Nah, like
Clearly, you don't train your toes like I do.
What?
You don't train your toes, huh? It shows. Why you surprised at this?
The visual that brought up, this nigga just got like on the cable machine pulling that shit with his toes. Like, how do your toes have abs? What, you don't train them?
Train your toes? That's crazy. Weak ass pinky. Weak ass pinky. Look at it.
All that to say, though, dominant performance by Nesseldine. I think he's gonna jump up to the top 10, right? Was he outside the top 10? I forget.
I believe so.
But yeah, I got nothing to add, man. I already said what I had to say. I'm gonna pass it over to Matt.
No, man, I thought it was excuse me, I thought it was a good fight, but at the end of the day, it was just like one guy was literally just reacting to everything.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
there was a very clear person in the driver's seat and another person was in the passenger seat for that fight. You know what I'm saying? There was never, I don't feel like he lost a round, to be honest.
No, if he did, it's because of the point deduction.
Yeah, other than that, one-sided, man. I thought it was one-way traffic. Like it was like it's like what me and the homies we call like a gentleman's ass whooping. Like he ain't beat the shit out you, but you definitely did not win that fight.
Not win, yeah.
He gave you a gentleman's ass whooping. Like you was in that fight the whole time, but you definitely lost every round of that fight.
It's a professional courtesy.
Right.
Yeah. Like, bro, you 4 failed takedown attempts. And like that didn't even turn into takedowns. That was just like, bro, no, we not doing that. I didn't come here to do that today.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, and then on top of that, the numbers speak for themselves. Like, there's no real argument to make. You landed 62% of your total strikes.
Yeah.
Think about that. 62% of your total strikes for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
25, but shit.
No. You're right.
That's insane, bro.
Hey, once he hit that gazelle punch, I was like, yeah, Dolidze ain't got it.
That was it. This nigga doing what he want to do.
Indeed.
What was y'all favorite fight?
Wait, hold on, Bryce. Did you give your thoughts on?
I think
my bad.
Covered it. Matt covered it. No, it's good. Matt covered it. Y'all covered everything that needed to be said. That shit was damn. I was just like, well, at least you showed up, bro.
Damn.
Sorry. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, that's crazy.
At least you showed up. Wow. That's like on some. I try to say something nice, like try to find something positive to say. Like, hey, you showed up, dog.
Hey, bro, you here.
So my cousin,
this
video showed up. Crossed out her shoes. And it was like, imagine she go back to her people and they was like, well, did you have fun out there? Like, get your ass like what? Well, you gave it your all, and that's really what matters.
Yeah.
Oh man. Now this time in a non-rude way, again, my bad, Bryce. What was your favorite fight?
I think I'll say my favorite fight has to be the Randy Brown
fight. The Spink.
Just because of that finish. What about you, TJ?
I say Dober Moicano, because it was MMA and it was a roller coaster.
Yeah. As every judober fight and every Moicano fight is.
Real talk,
so
bro.
Many. Hey, they don't have nothing but roller coaster fights.
Low key, it's like the Looney Tunes like fight tornado or whatever. Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that Tasmanian devil tornado.
Yeah, you just see like limbs. Anyway. My honorable mention would be Silva versus Araujo, because that was honestly very competitive too. What about you, Matt?
Uh, uh, I am compelled to also go with the Randy Brown, but a very close second for me was the main event. I actually really enjoyed the main event,
Hmm.
other than, the small amount of controversy.
Yeah, man, Chris Curtis be wilding in the corner, but it's what it is. The fact that they were like flipping each other the bird during the live
Yeah, it's like, dude,
broadcast,
grow up.
funny as hell, but also, yeah, what you said. Um, Topic of the week, inaugural. Well, we've got some topic of the weeks lined up for combat, but it's not necessarily gonna be an every episode thing. Just to preface this, but
This is special.
this
So
one's special.
appreciate the shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Our topic was 5 athletes that are on your absolutely do not fuck with list. Honorable mentions are okay. Who'd like to go first? Matt, how about you go first?
Right. Asked who wanted to volunteer. Elects me. Got it. Obvious first choice. Khalil Roundtree.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
Was that everybody's number one? Okay.
Obvious second choice. John Jones.
That's fair.
Another choice I had on here. I did just keep mine to 5. I had Khalil Roundtree. I got John Jones on here. I had WEC Jose Aldo.
Ooh.
Okay.
Horror movie.
You don't want those leg
Like,
kicks. Yeah.
horror movie. I just put Mike Tyson, period.
That's fair.
I don't think there's
the era doesn't matter.
Yeah.
it's
like just Mike Tyson. Hey, I don't know. Maybe it's me. And
no, it's not just you. That's everybody.
And I don't know, for whatever reason, I was just thinking real MMA. I also went what's his name? Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good call out. Yeah.
Bro, the nigga's literally a master. Like, nah, you got it, bro. He's too smart. Nah, you got it. You good.
Okay, so I'll go next. Clearly, now my number one is Khalil Roundtree. For obvious reasons. I don't want to experience nor catch the Khalil force. Number
it seems
2,
like he's getting a hang of it.
that's scarier.
The
TJ.
nigga said this time there. I was present.
I was present.
That was me being present in a moment. Where are you any other time, Khalil? What are you talking about?
Go ahead, Bryce. Sorry.
That's cool. Number 2 is Bryce Mitchell. Only because like I just feel like that's gonna turn into a whole like conspiracy theory. Like he's gonna try to kick my ass and praise God while he's doing it. I just don't need to experience that.
Might be naked.
He gonna do it naked. Might be shit. You might cook some goat later or some shit. I don't know. Some Bryce Mitchell shit. Number 3 is Glover Teixeira, because no matter what happens after that fight, I'm gonna have to see Alex Pereira too.
He's a double threat. Like
double threat, bro.
He comes with a Lex. Like, yeah.
Alex Pereira is the vengeance of
yeah, niggas say if you beat Glover Teixeira, the health bar restart, but this time it's Alex Pereira.
Bro, Alex Pereira is about Glover Teixeira, bro.
Oh my god.
You just show up like a Kuma. What you do to my nigga, bro?
You said, smoke, huh? Bro, every person he's eyed down, he gives them. All respect. I hope he don't do it to Jamal Hill too. But for the meme purposes, it'd be crazy if he do. Cause like
I'm rooting for Jamal, but damn.
Yeah, I'm 1,000% rooting for Jamal, but that's gonna be nuts.
That's gonna be nuts. That's gonna be a good one. He on his way back. I think he's training again.
That's what's up.
Yeah. He shit. Pahea coming. He the champ, and Pahea's coming for him for Glover.
Glover
It's
Teixeira,
all for
because
Glover.
if you beat him, Alex Pereira is coming.
Alex Pahea comes for you, bro. The meme is going undefeated. All right, well, we gotta keep going. Number 4, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, bro. I don't want to fight no nigga that like, despite the fact there's a famous boxer, just gotta like he did it just to prove his mama wrong. That's a different type of energy, G.
He
That's a
still
different
won't tell
type
him
of
she love him, bro. This is crazy.
Oh,
wow.
Undisputed champion. You ain't
Undisputed.
shit. Wow. Okay. Watch me beat this dude. You gonna
You gonna definitely
say I'm raw. You like I'm definitely raw now, right? Nope.
I feel like while he fighting you and it's not a boxing match, he gonna be like, my mama gonna love me today. What?
I'd be like, quit.
What? Did you bring up your mama's
Taking the
love?
gloves off. Just taking the gloves
Nah,
off.
nah,
I
and
quit.
he wrestled. And he can wrestle too. So nah, it's gonna be
I got a guy I train that talk to himself when he fighting.
damn. Nah.
And he sparred somebody for the first time, and bro looked at me. I said, "He's not talking to you."
Yeah, you can't say something more reassuring.
Bro, that's
Nah.
crazy. Nah.
He's
My
No.
not
morale,
talking to you. Excuse
my
me.
morale is gone.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh,
Morale
he's
is
not
gone.
talking to you."
He's not talking to you. What?
Like, excuse me.
Well,
That's
who is
not.
he talking to? Am I about to
Himself.
get stuck? No. Okay, and my last one is Edson Barbosa, because I just feel like I'm
Yeah.
the visage of death behind him. I just can't, and that's just that. I feel like I will see death if I stand in front of Edson Barbosa and put my hands up.
I'd be
Yeah,
like, just make it quick, dog.
yeah. That's my 5.
He'd be like, "If you head kick me, will I get abs like you?" No,
It
my
ain't
friend.
even.
Whack. No.
No,
I
my
assure you,
friend.
brother, this will not happen for you. What? Whack.
He amps you up. It's good you should. Thank you, Edson. Whack.
Goofy ass.
He says goofy.
Sit your dumb ass down.
Sit your dumb ass down.
uh, my 5, Khalil Roundtree, of course.
Yep.
Sergey Pavlovich. Hey,
Yeah.
let's keep it real.
Weganu.
Tai Tuivasa.
Yeah.
He just likes scrapping a little too much. And I can't forget when was it when he went against Derek Lewis and he just got this like, I'm not just gonna let you hit me, dog. Like
Yeah.
and
I'm not gonna just let you do this to me.
Yeah, like Tom Aspinall. Hey.
Yeah.
One
of them ones.
Amanda Nunes. Look.
That's true.
Look,
I'm not trying
hey.
to see the line.
I'm saying that if at some point they do a cross-gender battle, like if Amanda Nunes were still active, and I'm not ruling that out, obviously taking time to raise a family or whatever, and sometimes they get that itch, but if you're out long enough, maybe it's better to stay out. But hypothetically speaking, right? Let's say Amanda Nunes was still active, and at this point she's like, you know what? Let me jump into the men's division. Let's do like a cross-division thing. I still think she would do really fucking well.
Yeah.
Like she was champ in 2 different weight classes simultaneously. Not like she lost the belt. No. She was holding I mean, she did lose one belt, but she got it back.
She went back and forth and was defending in 2 weight classes.
At the same time, bro. Like Amanda Nunes, she took out Cyborg. When she took out Cyborg, I was like, you know what? I don't want any problems. Honorable mentions: Francis Ngannou, John Jones, Anderson Silva, Israel Adesanya, and Alex Pereira. And then since Matt reminded me, and you too, Bryce, I'm gonna add Mike Tyson and Terrence Crawford.
Another boxer I'm gonna throw into the mix, and you guys can look him up, is Subriel Matisse.
There's if we're adding more people, I'm gonna go with Manson Gibson, the Master Blaster. just because I don't ever want to get my ass beat by a dude called the Master Blaster.
All right, Matt, take us out.
With that,
Two
thank you
episodes in
guys.
a row.
Right. Thank you guys for another episode of the Now Mind You podcast, the Combat Edition. This was episode 100.
Woo.
Man, we got a pretty stacked schedule as far as combat sports is concerned. They are going crazy. Black History Month. This upcoming weekend, February 8th, in Las Vegas, we get Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz for the WBO welterweight title. And on the UFC tip, we have UFC Fight Night, Hermanson versus Pfeiffer. It's Jack Hermanson versus Joe Pfeiffer. We also got 50K. Pfeiffer, I'm sorry. We also got 50K Dan Ige versus Andre Feely on here.
Oh, that's gonna be
touchy
crazy.
feely.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. We got Brad Tavares on this card as well. Michael Johnson is on this card. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a nice run. So that's what we got going for you guys next week. And with that, you can follow us all on social media, wherever you'd like to get your social media. You can follow me at Matt Hambrick. That's MATTHAMBRIC TJ.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Tuss4Skate. That's TUSS4_SKATE. Bryce.
Instagram, AXE_ONCA, baby. And where can they find us?
They can find us at Now Mind You Podcast. Ooh, excuse me. Wherever you like to get your podcast and wherever you'd like to get your social media. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you're listening to us. Hit the share option and then send that to somebody that you care about. Yes, all right, thank you. Bye.
Peace.